What's going on YouTube? Crypto Matrix here, coming at you in the cryptocurrency stream. And we had several patterns within patterns play out, guys, and many indication readings, guys. I want to show you guys all these different patterns, which yield some epic target projections, and even go over all of our previous trades, which actually hit basically spot on, guys. Doesn't get any better than that. And I want to talk about a few other alts, guys. These are some pretty wild times in cryptocurrency. If you're not subscribed yet, definitely smash that subscribe button, smash that like button. And I'm going to dive right into the price action. And don't forget about all of my giveaways. And if you're interested in becoming a student, head right over to the website and join the student program. Okay guys, let me just show you what we're working with here in the last few days. We definitely had a few patterns, very clear as day. So we had an inverse head and shoulders, a very dirty point of reference though, but we got all the indications out of each pattern. Okay, and then we formed a nice ascending tightening wedge here. And guys, we almost actually just broke out of it as I was making this video. For instance, the 7 dipped back down towards the 20. We got a nice solid bounce off of this pattern within pattern here. But guys, before we go any further, I actually want to just talk about the previous patterns from my previous videos, which have played out perfectly at this point. Guys, check it out. We had an ascending tightening wedge here. We measured from the back of the wedge, okay, to the point of breakout. And guys, look at that. What's really nice is as this target projection formed out, it formed the next pattern. And guys, that's what I'm always talking about. When you get a breakout out of a pattern, it's when you can actually start to begin to look for your next pattern, because it's usually already started to form with either its first or second touch. In this situation, the second touch. Okay, and then we had lots of indication readings along the way. For instance, let's just start here. For instance, once the head started to form here, and as well as the second touch right here, it formed a potential support, okay? But notice also the EMA crossing, for instance, the indication play right there, as we broke out of this symmetrical triangle. Yes, it was very tight, but still a nice breakout prior with a nice indication read, okay? Right out of the breakout of this, we got a nice little indication read right there as well. Okay, and remember to always combine your indication reads with volume. And guys, if you're unfamiliar with breakouts, okay, and indications, notice the indication will be in that lull of volume, and the breakout play will be in that volume movement. Okay, so we'll see a volume spike, for instance, higher bars exceeding the moving average below here. And now we have finally broken the 200 on the 1 hourly, guys. This is an extremely exciting time, guys. We could be forming a very small pattern right here, okay, but we're still within this pattern within pattern. And what's really interesting, guys, is this pattern that I was talking about being there. I mean, I didn't know about any of this yesterday. And guys, that's the beauty of technical analysis. I was able to foresee these resistances prior to them even happening days in advance, guys. That's the beauty of this, okay? When you learn to see the technicals for what they are, it is like reading a book. Don't let anyone tell you different. If they are, my gosh, they shouldn't be your financial advisor at the very least, that's for sure. Okay, so there's a few things that could happen right here, right now. We are getting multiple rejections of higher prices here, okay? So I think, just for transparency, guys, and we do have a lot of negative volume here on the hourly, we could either move right or break down, retest trend very shortly, okay? That being said, if we do get positive volume, for instance, green bars moving past the moving average, okay, we could start to recover a little bit here and retest the top of this pattern for instance, a 4th time, okay? And in which case we could take the target measurements here. So let me just give you those measurements quickly. Bear with me here while I move this around so you can see a little better here. All right, so let's just measure from the back of the triangle here. Let's just say we break out like right here. This would be really cool because technically with this target we could be retesting the top of this channel way over here. And yes, there's a lot of resistance right here, guys. And what's really interesting is the legacy line is almost acting as its own form of resistance and support. It's interesting how things really play out down the road if you have proper TA. And my gosh, guys, I mean, this is just so predictable at this point. It's beautiful. I mean, the money that is to be made in these times is incredible. And for those of you guys going through the student program right now, or you're 5-10 hours in, my gosh, guys, as you get into the latter part of your programs, my gosh, learning that leverage is really what just extrapolates those gains. And I know a lot of you have some amazing gains already. Many of you 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 plus, and 1,000 guys, by the way. So once you can really apply that with leverage, with some safety and protection under your belts, my gosh, guys, life-changing gains are going to be happening for just all of you. I'm so excited for many of you guys. It's just been a wild time for me to watch you all go through this process. It's been really satisfying for me. And guys, just for the negative side, say like we end up getting a rejection here again, we break out of this pattern, kind of like I was saying, we don't get a bounce off the trend, we will retest the bottom of this pattern. In case we break out to the bottom side, we could easily break out of the bottom of this channel, ended up down right at around $24,000. Now guys, to the relevance, so $24,000 mark, $24,000 and change, but is the actual 20% above 20,000, the previous peak. So there's a lot of chatter and just thought, even me, it could be, I believe that this could happen. $24,000 would be a literal remake of many past histories. Okay, so many different retracements after the bull peak have retraced like this, and that would be very predictable. Guys, the reason I'm very torn, to be honest, whether it will go that low or we will kind of bottom out in the high 20s is because you got to think institutional greed. The more institutions want to push that price down, they will spread fear and FOMO into the market and buy up all of the panic selling, in which case the price will go down and then the price will shoot up. We've seen it many times. So understand when they're invested with billions, say, when their account goes down, it fluctuates millions. They aren't willing to have that big of a hit, and I think that's something that we really have to kind of look at here. Okay, so just understand, guys, we could be in for some slightly lower times, but understand that doesn't mean this ride is over. Bitcoin will not die here. It will not die today. It will not die anytime soon. It is the future. It is the infancy stage of a new currency. And when I say infancy stage, I mean it's only been around 12 years. Many major commodities took 40 years to develop, and my gosh, I just see this path so clearly. It's why I almost never sell main coin positions, and people, are always asking me, did you take a lot of profit? And yeah, I took my altcoin, some altcoin, not a lot, to be honest. Like I've said, I've taken small portions, and it's because I believe in much higher times. We haven't hit the red logarithmic curve zones. Okay, so, and man, gosh, I could rotate through indication readings at this point, guys, but we've all been down this road. We know where this is going to end at this point if you're following my page. Remember to be strong. Don't get weeded out by the mass influence. Trust me, guys, if everybody could do this, everybody would. It's the few that are strong that survive. Let's talk about a few alts really quick. So, guys, I wanted to talk about Electroneum. So, guys, we broke out of that to the right here, and we're still kind of just retesting the 200, guys. I wanted to just be very brief. We do have an ascending wedge beginning here. This is a good sign, okay? Just draw this out for you guys. Okay, so let's just see how far this plays. Now, for instance, we do have a lot of resistance right here, so we kind of go right for a minute here. That's kind of what I'm expecting. Notice the choppy volume. It's like up spike, up spike, up spike, and the reason it's looking just like that is because it's like big spikes, nothing, big spikes, nothing. Guys, there's still not a lot of people involved in this coin yet, and that's why the coin price is so low. I mean, when you're buying cheap stock like this, oh my gosh, you guys got to imagine when it gets an uptick, okay, which is a spike in price volume. For instance, some people are considering, the price movement we've got this year an uptick. Guys, that's not an uptick. Okay, an uptick could be thousands of percent. I'm sticking around for that moment. Okay, Electroneum is waiting for its uptick. I've seen this so many times in my life. It's just a matter of time. Be patient. Be patient. Okay, guys. That's why it took very small profit. People are always kind of commenting. A couple buddies are like, you should have taken more profit at 4 cents." I'm like, I'm glad I didn't, to be honest. And yes, I've seen how this works out, and that's why I'm not so worried. But understand, guys, when we pass 4 cents, I mean, we will easily be looking back at 4 cents as a previous little molehill and what could be easily over 20 cents someday, easily. Okay, so think even short term. Okay, this coin hasn't been around very long. And think medium term, guys. I've given you guys projections on what I believe. I think we'll hit those numbers. I don't think this will be the first coin I'm totally, just missing the boat, okay? I don't think I'm missing the boat at all. Okay, I think this is a very strong coin with a lot of potential. Watch how this plays out. Watch this 200 key points of relevance, guys. And remember, as long as we stay above this purple, that's very good. We look like we're kind of getting a little bit of a turn here. So let's see if we can start to kind of walk up the stairs, so to speak. Okay? And then start to maybe dig out of the hole, guys. But understand, even a sideways motion would be just like the rest of the market right now. Remember, everything still does follow Big Daddy Bitcoin. Okay? So let's talk about a few other coins. I want to talk about Doge really quick, guys. What I said to you guys is kind of happening right now. So a major retracement now at this point. Okay, so this is definitely a big bear market for Doge at this point. For instance, this retracement has gone all the way down to here at this point. 45 long days, minus 78% down from the top. Is the bottom in? I was talking about the possible 4-hour on the 55 being the optimal play. So far, I believe it has been. Okay, guys, if we can flip the resistances here, okay, for instance, even the EMAs on the 200, 100, same boat, okay? We could be in a very tight symmetrical triangle as well. So that's definitely what we're looking at right there with Doge. And guys, just what I want you guys to really take from this is look at how tight the EMAs are. Remember what we say about consolidations and when we're tightening up, okay? That means a big move is imminent. That means something is coming, okay? I want you guys to be getting your bags ready if you're holding Doge to either get into a long or short position, guys. This could be some epic profits for you right here. And guys, just in simplicity, we break the resistance, go long, we break the support, you go short. Guys, I must put a caution of fear to the wind for Doge holders. Okay, I must. Remember, Doge is a meme. It's a joke. There is nothing behind it except for celebrity hype and manipulation. This coin could easily drop quickly. Okay, it could also easily rise quickly. I want you guys just to really understand that if, say, like you're sitting at 1,000% profit right now, there is no shame in taking, you know, what you put in out and riding free coin, guys. It's almost the best feeling option to approach, especially with a meme coin. Okay, for instance, we all know about Dogecoin Millionaire, a guy who went all in on Doge. You know, he made $4 million bucks, and then in essence, you know, he's been dropping down. He's probably right at around $1 million bucks right now, if my math is correct. And understand, guys, that, you know, you can nip those profits and still remain in a good profit margin. You don't have to just hold nonstop. And I really want you guys to understand, you can make some amazing profits with alts, but it's a much harder anticipation and read as well, and especially with a coin like this. There is no real logic behind it other than just influence. So guys, understand there could be some serious volatility. Make sure that you're taking profits properly so you don't get left in the dirt, so to speak. Okay? And guys, that's all the time I have for today. These are pretty epic times in cryptocurrency. And guys, if you want to really discover your financial freedom and learn how to trade like a pro, or even just ride my coattails a little bit, get into Zion, get signed up at the student program. It is just an amazing time for everyone right now. I cannot stress this enough, guys. If this is something you really want to do, this is your course of action. I've had people from trade school spending $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 and not make it, and make it within my program within the first 10 hours, guys. I want you guys just to really hear that for a moment. When you complete my program, the understanding that you have in the charting and technical analysis compared to others, even supposed professionals, is just incredible. It almost looks like they're daunting compared to you. It's just an amazing, amazing knowledge base. With one-on-one attention, guys, it almost guarantees your absorption rate. It's just something you have to experience to understand. Go head right over to the website right now, get signed up, guys, and remember, you don't come from a rich family. A rich family must come from you. I am Crypto Matrix. I'll catch you guys later.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.